Hey everybody, you're watching Cole the Cornstar. If you're even slightly interested in farming or just want to watch a 22-year-old farmer get some stuff done, you're in the right place. If you guys support me and my content, could you please give me a big thumbs up? Thank you very much, guys. All right, video time. You guys remember how the door kind of fell off the big machine shed accidentally? Yeah, you remember that story? Okay, well good. We're working on getting it fixed. What we're gonna do here is strip all the metal off this on the sides because the sides are bad, and then we're gonna replace all the things that are bent or messed up, and then we'll put everything back together. I think we're gonna have to get new tin, so we're gonna have a multicolored front of our building, but at least it'll get the door shut now.
I'm already. Hey, put your right here, put your line.
We got the door tore down to the bare bones here. We figured out what parts we need, so we're gonna get some metal ordered, and then once that comes in, we'll be able to put this back together. But till the meantime, it's gonna be sitting here on this nice little scaffolding setup. Anna is still over there just attacking that PTO shaft. Dad and I are gonna go run into the auction site area where Dad went to an auction yesterday and kind of bought a whole bunch of stuff, including augers. Yeah, we needed more augers, right, Dad?
Oh yeah. I didn't even wait my bidding number and they made me buy them. I'm tired, Cole. Oh.
We have a slight change of plans. That trailer is not long enough to put those augers on, so we're gonna have to go back and get the semi with the flatbed on it, so that way we can load up those augers. But it's not a wasted trip, because I need to get our skid loader anyway. Cooper was in here working the auction, so he was using our skid loader to help load stuff onto people. Trailer's unhooked, the Bobcat's put away, Dad's on the way with the semi. I'm gonna hop in the truck, head back to the auction yard. Also hooked up to Cooper's baler. It didn't sell for the price that he wanted it, so we're bringing it back home. Hey Anna, you're sitting in my seat. Can you scoot over to the other side, please? Can you scoot over, please? Yeah? All right, thank you. Thank you. It's not sketchy or anything. Guess what the DOT doesn't know, doesn't hurt them. There we go! We made it home safely. Nothing fell off, so I'd say it's a pretty successful journey. Okay, we had a slight change of plans. My sister called. She said she had a tree fall over in her yard. So I'm gonna bring the Bobcat over there and I'm gonna cut that tree down for her and cut it up into small pieces, take care of it. Dad's gonna head home to the main heated shop, and the combine is way at the back of the heated shop. So he's gonna pull everything out, the combine out, that way he can hook onto the corn head. It's supposed to rain tonight, it's supposed to rain tomorrow, it's supposed to rain the day after. So we wouldn't have that corn head in the shop, so that way we can be working on it. Let's load the Bobcat. Door is not on it anymore. A lot nicer to get into. Not our telehandler. Now I just gotta go get my chainsaw, and we'll be ready to start cutting. Here is said tree. We're gonna pull him down.
Got home and they were talking good chance of rain tonight. So I wanted to get a bunch of stuff out of our shop here so we could get the corn head on. And what you know what? The sprayer went start. One of the tractors went start. Batteries were dead. So anyhow, got everything started. Got the combine out. Got the corn head on. And we got her back in here. We got a bunch of work we need to do with the corn head. So I'm gonna put a few things away yet, and we're gonna eat some supper. It's starting to rain and it's about 10 o'clock at night. All right, what we're gonna do today, we're gonna get a lot of stuff done today. We're gonna be like Cole, we're gonna be running and we're gonna be moving and we're gonna get a lot of stuff done. First thing is, I wanna show you, we bought a enclosed trailer yesterday at an auction, but this is pretty slick. Got a lay down ramp. Then I about chopped my head off from the cable. We'll be making a pretty cool tool trailer out of that to go to the field. So I'm sure we'll be making some videos on the way. Well, let's get today started. The big day's come. We're gonna start putting the corn head together with new parts. Got all the parts laid out on the floor, new deck plates, new gathering chains, new sprockets, top and bottom, new snapping rollers. Well, this morning, me and Cooper have been tearing the corn head apart here. We've been taking all the deck plates off, which everything's kind of on the floor over here right now. Gathering chains, sprockets at the end, all the tighteners. So we've been just kind of working on this stuff this morning. We're going to be putting a lot of new stuff on. So right now we're just kind of cleaning up the head. Later on we'll be pulling some snapping rollers out. Got to take the top sprockets off yet. Just kind of a good start on it.
While they're working on the corn head stuff, I'm going to hop in the 7140 here and I'm going to clean out the cab.
Wrench on it. What? We got to put 110 pounds of torque on it, so you're using a torque wrench right now. When you hear that thing start to click, you got 110. Let's see what it looks like in there. We can get you a little emery cloth.
So messy in here. I tore this door on the 7140 here apart like 2 videos ago, and I thought I had the problem fixed, but the door wasn't latching all the way, and it was giving us fits, so I tore apart that locking mechanism like 4 times trying to figure out what the deal was. Went in, got a new one, put this one on, think I figured it out now. Look at that. No more wiggle. But now we have this issue right here. It's starting to crack. I don't know if you can see in the light or not, but right here is a crack. So this is loose. If someone pulls too hard on the top part of the handle here, they'll just pull it right off. So I'm going to make a brace that goes across. I'm going to JB weld this flat. So that should make that a lot stronger. Daddy Cornstar and Cooper have been extremely busy today. They've gotten a lot done on the corn head here. Tore the snoots off, tore the old chains off, put all these new gears on. They pulled all of these old snapping rollers off, just whipped them right out of there. Then they put these new ones in. They tore the deck plates off, both sides. Cooper's putting the new ones back on now. They had hardware underneath the rows here that they had to take out. So now we're sticking stuff back on here and we should get this done tomorrow. These are the new deck plates on here. They're designed at an angle like this, that way when the ear comes straight down and hits this, it's supposed to reduce butt shelling off the ear, so not as many kernels will fall off when it hits this.
What I've been seeing, it's been very easy to work with. I'd say very simple. It looks like good quality stuff. We're gonna like it. It looks totally different than what we're taking off, that's for sure.
So this is quite an expensive repair on the corn head. About $15,000 worth of stuff to replace, actually. But about every 5 years or so, it needs to be done on any corn head. So we're gonna jump into it. It's It's probably gonna take us a couple days because there's a lot of things we gotta go through on here.
Good morning, everybody. Going to give you kind of a run through what we're going to be doing today. We're going to be working in the shop today. It's a little gooey out, so kind of give you a little run through what we're going to be doing. We're going to be working on the corn head. We're going to be... Heck, this got to be a coal for you. Sticking a drill press right in the middle of the walkway. That's worse than leaving the power washer hose out. We're putting the Calmer corn head snapping rollers and all the parts from Calmer on our corn head. So we'll be working on that today.
Right now, I'm getting some stuff together for this door, and then I need to run to the hardware store so that way we can get the things we need ordered for that door. That way we can get working on it this weekend. It'd be really nice to get that done, get it hung back up, and then we'll have a door back on the shed again. And we'll also have a lot more space in the driveway. We've been driving around that door forever and driving me crazy. I've got some bad news. The Geo here, which is somewhat mud splattered and the rest kind of fairly not really clean, but it's about to get a whole lot dirtier. This is why I can't have nice things. I think that we put a row unit on wrong here, so we just pulled it off and now we're trying to put it back together, and it's giving us a little bit of a headache, but that's the way it goes sometimes.
I don't know if you can see this very good, but underneath our corn head, these shafts right here, we're trying to put these snapping rollers on. We had them on once, and I don't know, seems like something's hitting, so we took them off, retiming them. They're supposed to look like these two over here, but for some reason, we're having a little troubles getting these two back on, well, one back on. So we're trying to figure it out. Kind of frustrating when you're working upside down.
So why did we decide to go with Calmer choppers over OEM? Well, I'll give you a couple reasons. Just to show you guys a little bit of a difference in the build quality here, these are the OEM rollers, or aka what came with the corn head from the factory. So pretty basic setup, right? And then you got the Calmer chopper here. That thing looks vicious. It's like a tank. Looks like Daddy Cornstar missed a spot right there. Those things are gonna do some chopping. They're supposed to produce less tire wear. They're supposed to reduce butt shelling. If you don't know what butt shelling is when you have your ear of corn here on the stalk and it gets pulled down into the corn head right here to the stripper plates. When it hits this and kernels of corn pop off, that's what's called butt shelling. So these are designed more of an angle here to try to reduce that, so when it hits, it's not supposed to break off as easily. That could save us a lot of yield. You're also supposed to be able to run the head slower. These are supposed to last longer than OEM components. It's supposed to be easier on the gearboxes, and we're supposed to be able to harvest faster. But those are all just the mechanical advantages to these Calmer choppers. Let's get into the actual field advantages. So here in their little pamphlet here, they have an example of this is how it turns it into confetti. This is what OEM is. And then you can see how the composition of the residue breaks down in the field over the year. So this is OEM and this is Calmer chopper. So you have a lot more breakdown in here than you do here. I'll put a clip in here from the Farm Progress show that shows how much better of a job these do than the OEM ones. Our field residue is going to look like this instead of this. So why would we want to manage our residue better? Residue management is one of the main reasons why we do tillage. So why do we do tillage? We do it to make the ground dry out faster in the springtime. We make it so it has a better surface to plant on. You're not planting through a bunch of trash. Just imagine trying to plant grass in your yard. If you have a whole bunch of leaves and debris over your seed, it's not going to get any sunlight. So by having less residue out in the field, That means you're gonna have more open dirt. Your soil is gonna get warmer quicker, therefore you can plant quicker. It's gonna get drier faster, therefore you can also plant quicker. And we all know planting quicker is an advantage because if you can get your crop in earlier, it has more potential to yield higher. And by having less residue in the field, Calmer says we can get a 6 bushel an acre increase in our crops. So if we could get that kind of increase, that could be making us a lot of money. Daddy Cornstar and I are really wanting to get into more no-till farming, so this is going to be a huge factor in allowing us to be able to utilize no-till more because we're gonna have better breakdown in our fields. We're really excited about it. We've been kind of on the fence about it for 3 years, decided to pull the trigger this year. Really happy we did. So far what we've seen, they've been super high quality. We'll get the corn head finished up tomorrow. Then once we get out into the field, we'll see how they perform. Hey guys, look at this. Are you kidding me? Well, it was fixed. Looks like I'm gonna have to work on it some more. The store is gonna drive me crazy.